Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time tuning in, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this. My name is Bronwyn. Welcome to my crazy Disney adventures. My family has been going to Disney since I was 2.5, so before my program I thought I knew everything. I thought I knew all of the best spots, but once you live there for 8 months, you're introduced to a lot of things that you didn't know were gonna change your entire Disney experience. After talking to my roommates for my last program we thought that a great thing for everybody to know are the top 10 things that you are probably missing out on in Walt Disney World. Number 1 is the Country Bear Jamboree in Magic Kingdom. It is in Frontierland. It is over on the left in between Pecos Bill and the Shootin' Arcade thing. I don't know what it is. I've never done that. I don't know how me and my roommates just kind of stumbled upon it one night, because I don't think before my program I'd ever done it or seen the show, and one day we were just like, let's just do it, we'll see what happens. And we instantly fell in love with it. We sing the songs all the time, we quote them all the time. All we ever talk about is how much we love all of the bears. They're just such fun characters. It's such a fun show. It's hilarious. They make a lot of inappropriate jokes, which is just great. So the country bears, you can't actually meet them, but they don't have a set meet and greet location. They just kind of walk around Frontierland, and they are such fun characters to meet. They have such big personalities. They're just having fun. A lot of guests don't know them, so they just kind of mess with people and try and get people's attention, because it's not like Mickey Mouse where he has a 3-hour line at all times because everybody wants to meet Mickey. Not everybody knows who Big Al is, even though they 100% should. Number 2 is Living with the Land in Epcot in the Land. The attraction itself is about agriculture and how new technology is being used to be more efficient and to support the environment, and especially how Disney uses it to achieve these things. I grew up going on this ride all the time. I don't remember. My family jokes all the time because I hated dark rides when I was little, and my parents wanted to take me on it, so I was too scared to go, and the cast member gave me a flashlight because it was dark, and I just sat there with my little flashlight on Living with the Land. So when I got down there, I told my roommates, I was like, y'all, we have to do this ride. You're gonna love it. It's so much fun. And they did. They were like, we would have never thought to do this. And I said, I know, because so many people, when they go into the land, it's either to eat or it's to ride Soarin'. So it's really easy to miss Living with the Land. If you go in the building, it is on the first floor. Soarin' is over on your left side. Living with the Land is opposite on the right. It really never has a wait. Sometimes, I think the most I ever saw was like a 20-minute wait. Half the time the sign literally says 0. It has a 0-minute wait. It's walk on. Not even 5 minute. 0-minute wait. It's the best. It's really interesting to see how Disney grows their crops. All of the crops that are grown in that greenhouse are used throughout Epcot. So they always have signs that tell you what the actual crops are and what all the plants are. But during the festivals like Food and Wine and Flower and Garden, they have extra signs that say what these crops are used for throughout the festival. So they may have vanilla that's used in some ice cream in France, or they have an orange that's used at the little Florida stand. So it's really cool to see how they use them, where they're going, and just like see them grow, because you always get to see stuff. It's not just here's some dirt with a little twig sticking out of the ground that hasn't actually grown anything yet. Like, you literally see pumpkins that are shaped like Mickey Mouse. It's so much fun. Number 3 is all of the dance parties. So specifically the Tomorrowland dance party, because I think that's probably where I spent the most amount of time at a dance party. So over in Tomorrowland, there's a huge stage, and every night they have a DJ that plays tons of Disney songs, tons of normal songs actually too, like stuff you hear on the radio. And it's just one big party. It's so much fun. There's normally not a ton of people over there, so you can really just move around and dance as fun and as crazy as you want to. Me and my roommates would go and spend a solid 2 hours just dancing around, and then we would go home. During the Halloween parties and the Christmas parties, they have special dance parties that have a bunch of different characters, so it's definitely something that you need to check out in Magic Kingdom. In Animal Kingdom, I cannot even list all of the dance parties that they have, although they do have a new one this summer coming to Dino Land, and I'm so excited about it. We love a dance party. But I remember there was one night, me and one of my roommates, Taylor, we spent the night at Animal Kingdom. We had all these plans to go on all these rides, and I think we ended up just going around to different dance parties throughout the night. There was one that had these super nice old women that they were playing instruments and dancing and singing. They like gave us brooms and taught us this whole African dance. It was so much fun. There's also one that is over by Kilimanjaro Safari. It's kind of right in that central hub after you cross the bridge. There's always musicians on the little stage that they have. There's dancers that teach you how to do African dance. It is so much fun and it's so entertaining. And even if you don't go out there and dance, just watching people learn how to African dance is so cool and it's so interesting. I love it. I miss it. It's great. So number 4 is the train in Magic Kingdom. Walt Disney was obsessed with trains. He loved them. He loved the whole idea of trains. And so in Magic Kingdom, there's a train that goes around the entire perimeter of the park. There's a railway station at the end of, or I guess it's the top, of Main Street, USA. There's one in Frontierland and there's one in the back of Fantasyland. And it's such a fun thing to do just to cool down. You get to sit for a little while. If you need to get somewhere else in the park, it's a great way to do it. Rather than having to cut through a sea of people to get to the very back of Fantasyland, you can just hop on the train. It'll take you right there. It's super quick. The trains normally come every probably like 5 to 10 minutes, so you don't have to wait a long time. There's not normally a long line to get on the train. You just have to wait for a train to get there, and I don't think I've ever been turned away from getting on the train because it was too full or anything, even in the middle of the summer. It's so much fun. It's so relaxing. You get to see some, I don't want to call it backstage because it's not like a cast member only area, but you get to see like there's a huge just swamp behind Magic Kingdom and you get to see that from the train. You may even see an alligator, who knows. They have some animatronics back there actually, which is interesting. They kind of talk about how the railway system began and how they used it to get around. So they kind of have animatronics that go along with what the person is talking about because there's a narrator of the train. But it's so much fun. It's such a fun way to get around the parks. You get a nice little breeze. It's so much fun. Do it if you haven't. So something that saved me probably one too many times as a snack is the breadsticks at Pinocchio's Village Haus. Oh my gosh. It's in Magic Kingdom in Fantasyland. And for $4, you get 3 breadsticks and some marinara sauce, and it's so good. It's something that I really wouldn't think to get just as, like, with my meal, because most portions in Disney are too big for me anyway. I can't even finish a kid's meal. So it would be something that, like, instead of getting a Mickey pretzel or an ice cream or something that I would get all the time, go get the breadsticks from Pinocchio's Village Haus. They will change your life. They're so good. They're better than any breadstick I've ever had in the entire world. Ugh. It's making me hungry. So number 5 might be a little bit weird, but it's fine. During Flower and Garden, they have something called a violet lemonade that everybody is obsessed with, but you can only get it during the Flower and Garden Festival. So we found something that's kind of similar to it to an extent. It fills the void of not having violet lemonade during the rest of the year. So it is at Pongu in Pandora, and it's called, I'm pretty sure it's called the Night Blossom. But it normally comes with, it's got a green layer, a purple layer, a green layer, and then some little weird, like, ball things that explode on the top. They're weird. But if you get it with just the purple and not the little ball things, not the green, it tastes like a violet lemonade. It's so good because I don't really like the drink with all of the layers. I think the green is like pear, which I love pear, but it just doesn't taste. It tastes very artificial and it's not the best. But the purple itself is so good. I can't even tell you what flavor it is. And if you love the violet lemonade, get it. Purple drink, no balls is what we always called it. So good. Next is something that I'm not even sure how we came across it, but one time me and one of my roommates, Savannah, were at Epcot and we were hungry. We wanted to try something different. So we stumbled across the quick service restaurant in China, which is called the Lotus Blossom Cafe. And we got the Mongolian beef noodle and oh my gosh. It is so good. It's literally just like Chinese noodles that have a spicy kind of sauce on them and it has like strips of beef on it. I don't know what about it is that makes it so good, but it is 100% the best food in Epcot. It's honestly probably the best quick service place in my opinion on property. You get a huge portion that we would normally, if the 4 of us would go, we would split 2 of them and normally still have leftovers. They're huge portions. If you're ever in Epcot, you'd have to go. It's kind of, the quick service restaurant itself is a little bit hidden away. If you're looking at the China Pavilion, it's right here, whatever. To the left of it is how you get up to the gift shop and that kind of stuff. It is right before the gift shop. So there's the full service restaurant, the quick service restaurant, and then the gift shop. So it's right in the middle on your left. You have to go get the beef noodle. It'll change your life, but it's a little bit spicy. Everybody always goes on and on and on and on and on about the purple wall, which is in Magic Kingdom, and they're actually redoing it right now. Let me know your thoughts on that because I still haven't decided what I think about it. But a wall that I think is very underrated is the Bubblegum Wall. I feel like it's definitely picked up in popularity a little bit, but it's still nowhere near as popular as the purple wall. It's just a cute little pink and blue wall, and it's so cute. Oh my god, I love it. It's so much better. The purple wall, I just feel like, is very boring. The way the light hits it, it's very flat. It's just not the best spot, in my opinion. So the Bubblegum Wall is actually located at the exits of Spaceship Earth, which is the big golf ball. On either side is the exits. It says Project Tomorrow because that's what the little interactive place after the ride is. So right on the exits on either side, there is the Bubblegum Wall. It's way better than the purple wall. It's way better than, I feel like all the other walls don't have names, but it's better than all of them. So cute. If you're in Epcot, go to it. Another area that I absolutely love on property for photo shoots, for just hanging out, for whatever you need to do, is the boardwalk. It is so much fun. It's so cute. There's so much to do. I feel like everybody automatically just is like, we have to go to the Polynesian and Contemporary and Grand Floridian and all of the Magic Kingdom resorts, but honestly, the boardwalk is so underrated. They have an ice cream parlor. There's a ton of like nightclubs. There's a bakery. There's so much. They have cute little like string lights and stuff. It's, honestly, like, it is the most picture-friendly place. It's so cute, and it's so different because I feel like so many people do go to those Magic Kingdom resorts that the boardwalk, it doesn't look very Disney. Like, there's not a ton of, like, Mickeys everywhere or that kind of stuff. Not that there is at other resorts, but it's very just, like, you're at a boardwalk. How many times can I say it's cute? Guess what? The boardwalk is cute. So last, but certainly not least, is something that I feel like can definitely help a lot of people, and it is my roommate's blog. So she has a blog called Miss Taylor Phillips, misstaylorphillips.com. All of her social media is Miss Taylor Phillips. Go check her out. Taylor started out as a lifeguard at Port Orleans French Quarter, and then about 2 months into our program, she got a role change to front desk at the boardwalk, and she blogged throughout our entire program. She has so much good information on there. She did probably more than any of us throughout her program. She went to tons of restaurants, did tons of different like excursions and stuff that Disney offers. She stayed at a ton of different resorts that you definitely need to go and check her blog out and read all of her Disney posts and also just her normal posts. She has tons of fashion stuff also. She lives in Washington, D.C., so she has tons of explorations of D.C. all the time, and it's such a good resource for any questions that you may have. She's hilarious. She's so much fun. Definitely go and check her blog out, Miss Taylor Phillips. So that is all that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed my 10 favorite spots in Disney World, and I hope that the next time that you're in the parks or throughout your program, you check these spots out because they changed my life, so I'm sure that they'll change yours as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, y'all!